One of my favorite moments of all of American history is Birmingham, Alabama, May of 1963. Taylor Branch, in his Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Parting the Waters, calls it the children's miracle. It's where Bull Connor, that steward of segregation, that overt racist trying to stop civil rights efforts to integrate that community, stands before a march of children. The heroes were replete, from Fred Shuttlesworth to Martin Luther King, but it was these young people who stood before Bull Connor's fire hoses and ultimately dogs that ended up transforming what seemed to be implacable segregation into a victory for civil rights and integration. I think about this now because those civil rights leaders and marchers did not simply beat Bull Connor because they brought bigger dogs and bigger fire hoses. They didn't meet his hate with more anger and outrage. They instead did something that changed the frequency entirely, not just for that town, but for the whole nation, and indeed awoke the moral imagination of the country and got thousands of people to pour into Birmingham to take part in this movement for justice. I think about this now because so often in today's politics, where we see so much condemn and contempt, where we see outrage machines, where we ourselves get worked up to meet the frequency we're feeling with even more of that frequency. I, in my 9 years as Senate, have thought of some of my lowest moments as when I've given in to that anger and outrage and met that frequency instead of trying to change it. As we think about Martin Luther King's Day, I know what I will be thinking about is how to live his words. And one of the best measures I use for myself and try to live up to is this simple ideal that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. May we be agents of change, not contributors to the current climate.